Okay. Tons of aggression from you guys. I like that. Ballpoint works as well. Looking at builds. Looks good. Is there anyone specific you want me to look at, or just look at everyone?
Everyone, if anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
If there's anything specific you should point out, then we'll let you know, okay?
Got it. Okay. This huge pick. Okay, immediately, right after the first pick was secured, it doesn't look like anyone kind of like took advantage of that at all. Let me see this. Yeah, so the first pick comes out, and what should be happening in this situation? There's a crab here, so obviously you guys shouldn't be like too far up, but you guys are kind of letting the ballpoint and crab secure like this entire area, which something that could help prevent that is like having like fizzing the top right here, or like pushing up a little bit more so you at least have the soul area secured, so you're not easily just getting pushed back into this area and they can easily just push up even though you got a pick. So already, like, you guys should have a greater understanding of how to take mid, like having one of your splashes just like push up, or 52 pushing up as well, while still being safe of the crab. Okay, also, another thing I like to point out is, like, I'm pretty sure this fight over here on the right pit lasted, like, way longer than it should have. Like, you guys are kind of, like, staying on this right position longer than you have to. If there are, like, two players here fighting the splash with crab, somebody, like, sick, it would be very, very good for you just to, like, take control of mid, because this mid area is open with no players here. And if you can take this first before the other players like reach this area right here, like these players right here, like should be positioned up here. There's no need to like position yourself in a fight down here more than you have to.
Looking at
Like
it now, it's like nothing's at mid, so we could have taken control there.
exactly, yeah. Like the main players should be over here in mid. Yeah, just give me one moment. Okay, just give me one moment. I'm making notes right now. All right. Yeah, it's like two players are fighting right here on the right side, and nobody's really taking control of mid. Like right now, Ballpoint and Slush are like focused on you on the right side. They both have an advantage since they both have the high ground, and they're both like they can both easily like take care of you from the right side. They also have a jump here.
Where's Cross here?
No, this is the game you guys were playing where it was the first set. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, because I said we really need to work on Clan Blitz, so that's why I sent him like all these Clan Blitz matches.
Yeah, and what happens here, like, finally after that whole debacle, you guys actually take control of mid after the Booyah Bomb, and yeah, you guys are able to do a lot of damage because, like, the machine actually pushed up on left, claiming space for mid, and the Ballpoint get to kill here, so that's very good from you guys. Okay, so you guys had an amazing push there by getting two, and what happened is they kind of just popped their specials, and then you guys kind of didn't know what to do. First, Sick, you play machine, right? Or no, that's someone
Muffin.
else.
That's one of our teammates. That's Muffin. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, they decide to. I'm pretty sure what they were trying to do is go down in this area and try and pick machine, but since there's no cover there, they were easily just able to get picked off, which I would never suggest. You guys give up a lot of space for the hammer, but you end up taking care of it. But then, do you have two players on the left here that you didn't notice, and you were able to be picked off by it? Already, like, yeah, the main problem there was the Slosh taking, like, picking two of you off. So, yeah, and then getting picked off by the ballpoint too. So, what I would suggest there is when you are in a situation where there are two remaining and both of them are positioned on the elbow, don't rush down here to try and get a pick. It said you can do something like wait out the crab and then decide to go in, like waiting behind this wall. Another thing is throwing fizzies. That's perfectly fine as well. But you never want to be giving away your advantage, just like by going a player down like over here and letting them use the specials to get space, which allows their players to come back in. So that's basically what happened there. Especially since it's a small map like Clamblitz, Brinewater. Yeah, I would suggest never like giving your way your player advantage. Does that make sense?
I was actually
that makes sense.
Yeah, I was mentioning them today when I was watching the match. Like they kind of like they had two down, and then like those two on left side, and then they just kind of just pushed up and got two picks, and then they were able to benefit off of that rather than they were able to.
Got it. Okay. Okay, and if you can just give me one moment, once again, sorry about this. Somebody's at my door.
No, it's okay.
Yeah. Alright, sorry about that, I'm back. We good to continue?
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, honestly, the other team is doing a very good job of like keeping you locked down on the right side, because right when they get control of this elbow here, that is when it really gets tough for you guys to come back in. Your first priority in this situation would be to like get yourself in a position where you're not able to die to the crab over here, like maybe position yourself behind this wall, while also building up specials to get a counterattack like as fast as you can, because you cannot really like rush in to like all their specials. There's a crab here. There was a inkjet. So mainly what you should be doing in this position, someone can sneak by this right area. It is a bit of a risk because they're going to expect that you can drop down here on the right side. But
you muted yourself.
yeah, I know. I unmuted. But yeah, my sister came in. But yeah. You guys do a good job of like once you get two picks there. I'm not sure two did, but that was very good. It gives you guys the ability to push back in. I'm gonna watch that from your point of view, Sick, because it looks like yeah, you had the right idea by going after the player on the right there.
I just didn't win that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. understand that, but just make sure, like, if you're ever going against a situation where there's a player on the right there, throw a wall or something to give yourself the advantage, because going down there really is really bad for your team. Because yeah, if your team wasn't able to clean up on that pick there, then they probably would have been able to push again. But yeah, just minor misplay. Okay, a common theme I'm seeing here is on retake you guys are playing way too slow. What that means is like somebody needs to be taking control of mid faster. Like Sick, I'm seeing you drop right here, starting to well. You're taking this right position again, which really isn't necessary on retake. Your number one goal right after your basket is closed is to play as fast as possible to try and get mid control and start a counter push of your own. So like right here, right when it loads. Okay, so 2 down again. Sick tries to push mid, and then he retreats and goes back down here, which I would never take this position ever, because they can easily just come up here, and then you have the low ground again. Never position yourself down here unless you're like helping out a player or something, because what needs to happen here is a painting weapon, either the splash, maybe 52, needs to be taking control mid, so you guys can play as fast as possible and be able to move. Like taking this mid area and moving on left elbow right here, because this is the area you really want to secure. If you have this, then the enemies have to come at you here before dropping here, or else they're screwed.
Right.
Yeah, that's just a major tip I have on this map, is you guys need to be playing faster on taking mid and creating a plan to get on this left elbow here. Because you guys have good aggression with like Crab to help you push in, and you have a ballpoint too. It's just you guys need to be taking that area quicker. And I like what Muffin's doing here by trying to pick up the ballpoint here. Just someone else needs to be in this left area here.
The other team seems to like playing left a lot. That's the thing you guys could have picked up on. I just noticed that. They like to play left a lot. And then that happened, unfortunately.
Okay. Oh boy. Okay, so Muffin had this, or is this Toast?
That's Toast, yeah.
Toast. Okay, Toast had this amazing idea to go ahead and take control of left elbow here, and he did that phenomenally. Like, after like him being aggressive and him being able to take care of the other splash right here, that was perfect. Now they're 2 down, and I'm pretty sure this slasher is like, yeah, dies 2, and there's only 1 player left. And then what Toast does is they give up the position. Like, well, I mean, you guys still hold it, but then the hammer comes out, and then everything falls apart. Something you guys need to be aware of, or I'm pretty sure it's just Toast, like, literally just Toast, is you have to know when they have specials. Like, you have to be looking at the top of the screen, knowing who is left and if they have specials or not. Because if there is a wiper left and they have their special, like right here, they have the special, do not like do not go near them at all. Like, if you see the player, like, just back up, and when they come after you, shoot them, because there's no use to be running into that right there. So like, yeah, this. If you could just tell Toast that, or were you guys aware that they had hammer, or was it just you were looking for the last player?
I think we're just focused on the push there.
Okay. Because Toast had a power clam, dropped, tried to get the last player, and then died to the hammer, and 2 of your players go down because of it. And then right then your push is basically rendered useless, because now you're 2 down, they're all respawning, and yeah. In that position, like, 2 of you were here, Toast dropped on far left here. Do not focus the last player alive, and if that in that position, you guys should be like pushing and scoring. If the hammer's coming after you, absolutely like back up and take that fight. But yeah, this. Alright, and I'm not sure if Toast was Toast a VC.
No.
No.
Wait. Were they in the voice chat?
Or no? When they were they in this? Were they in this VC?
Yeah, they were. Yeah, they were. Yeah, we were.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here, Crab gets popped on far left, and then Toast backs up from it. And I'm not sure if there was a call out or all that there was still a Crab on left, but in that position, like positioning yourself here is very, 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 very bad because the Crab is just able to pick you both off. And then, yeah, Muffin, like, Toast kind of just sabotages Muffin and just leaves him to die. And yeah, Toast is stuck in mid now.
He's in a 1v3, like 1v2, 1v3 situation.
Yeah, that's not good at all. Like, so, in that position there, I would honestly just suggest jumping out. So what happens there is immediately when the Crab gets popped there on left, the two players here should be backing up, or like backing up farther than they were in this position, to be able to paint, get specials, and start a counter push. Instead, what happens is like both of your teammates get caught out because of the Crab. There isn't really a call out on that, or if there was a call out, no one listened, and yeah, the Crab was able to do a lot of damage for it because of it. And then it leads to the slippery slope where Sick is now able to be picked off. Your ballpoint player is forced to back up because of their jet. And yeah, that was a good pick. Okay, yeah, this jet was amazing. It allows you two to go in. Okay, and all three of you kind of drop here, trying to get the ballpoint, kind of forgetting that they still had an active push, but Edistro was able to take care of it. So
I'm pretty sure that's more of like an a game.
Yeah, always being aware of like if they still have a push going, like, okay, did we clear out all the players on the right? If we did, we need to focus on taking mid. If we've taken mid, we need to focus on taking left here. And if we have left, and we have a power clam, that is when we need to start like scoring. It's right here. All players are alive. Okay.
That push looks really bad now that I look at it.
Yeah, that push really looked it was a little wonky because Tick went down to the wiper on left here. I don't think that's necessarily like anything to improve positioning on. It's just losing the fight, but yeah, the push looked, yeah. I mean, if I could change that anyway, I'm gonna look back at this. Okay, so power climb gets created, that's perfect. Something that could have helped your push there is if you decided to booyah the backline on right here. When I'm playing Forge, or like my experience using booyah bombs, like it's always noticing what the bigger threat is. And if you look, there are two players over here preventing you from scoring, and there's a ballpoint over here. What could really help your team is if the booyah went to put the top left elbow over here, walling out these two players, and then Sick is able to go in and get those two kills because he's protected. That is something that would help you guys out a lot. Instead, what happens is two of their players are still able to stay here. One of them drops here on left, and then Sick decides to go for that, ends up losing the fight, and yeah, the Crab here just isn't going to work because you're getting hit from two different directions. And yeah, right when you take care of the player on the left here, then it's still losing position 2 on 3. And yeah, it just all goes downhill from there. So main takeaways I would say from this game are your guys' defense was very good. They only got it to 50. Something I would suggest on defense is if they're popping crab, jet, everything on right here, that you stay in a safe position while painting for specials to start a counter push, like using Booyah, getting a jet of your own, walling off this area, and then going in with that. For attacking though, which really does need to be worked on, somebody needs to be taking mid sooner. If you guys get one down, or you're in a position where you have a player advantage, you guys need to be taking mid faster. Don't position yourself on right side longer than you have to. Like, if there's players down here, and nobody over here, you do not need to be dropping here to take the fight if you don't have to. You can make the call out, take mid here, wait for them to come to you, and then take care of them then. So, also, when you're on an attacking phase, what really like blundered the game was Toast, or two of the players died to the hammer over here, because you guys were in a very good position to get a lot of points on the board by just staying on this top left area here. So it's always like making your priorities, being aware of like, okay, there's a player right here, we can just score, we can get a couple points in, wait for them to come to us, and then we'll be in a good spot. Instead, what happened is, yeah, Toast decided to go for the hammer and died, and then another player died, and then the push is over. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, Cross, do you have anything you want to add or any questions on this?
One thing. So that last push, right? So
yeah,
I kind of brought this up, and I was like thinking like, hey, maybe you guys should have started farming for like Crab and Booyah or stuff like that. But I didn't know, because I can't tell on the spectator side like when someone's about to get their specials, and like you already established, like Booyah Bomb in the back line, well, not the back line, but the ballpoint wasn't really the main focus that Muffin should have been taking at, and more so should have been like Booyah Bombing like the two people who were
on
like
left.
You guys were stopping you guys' push, like the one on ramp and all that.
Yeah.
But I think in that part, they could have pushed for specials maybe and then started going on. But like the thing about that push is that they had a ball. I think they had two. You guys had two balls, I think, or like a good amount of clams that probably.
I saw that last push. Ballpoint had a clam, and let me see. The rest of the players had. I don't think they had that many. Let me look. Okay, yeah, you had a lot of clams. Like, you had 3 here, Sick had 1, you had a... Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm thinking...
Yeah,
like,
you had the opportunity to, like, take lead regardless.
Because I think what it could have been in the play, and you might disagree with me on this, Dan, is that, like, what could have been the play is that Sick doesn't focus on the wiper, but, like, keeps an eye on it, like, being called like that. Hey, wiper's still on left.
That is what I was going to mention as well. Like, if a player drops here on left, you do not need to go for them unless you're, like, actively pushing you in these last 20 seconds. Because right here, the wiper dropping here can be rendered useless if just... You guys take that as an opportunity to be like, okay, one of them's down here, that gives us an opportunity to push up. Like, you don't need to be taking fights that you don't have to. And you have a good point by that, Cross.
Mm-hmm. Like,
yeah.
And then this, so
I think,
apart, and then Muffin goes on left side. I don't know why Muffin went on left side. I think he should have stayed in mid and like.
Yeah, absolutely. Like taking this rail here also. Like they had 7 clams going here really just like, especially since a district got 2 of them. Like taking this rail here also was just not a good play. Like if they were able to help the jet here on left to keep the push alive, then it would have been way better.
So say that wiper on left, they had hammer and we were like still trying to push, and then they came up that ramp and then they popped their hammer. What should have we done if
so if the wiper like
happened?
You're talking about the mid game?
No, and like when they dropped it down and like if I didn't like do anything about that or try and do anything about that, and like they did eventually get special in a hypothetical scenario.
Yeah, so
and we did get a push.
Yeah, if you did get a push and the wiper drops left here, you always should still keep an eye on them, like just by looking behind and looking where their position is. If they ever get up this ramp here and try and come out from behind you guys, that's when you would engage them. You wouldn't want to engage them by going down here on left here, and then getting picked off, and then they're still on the left here. So you would always still keep an eye on them. If they do get their hammer and they start pushing you, dealing with hammer, like as long as they're not directly on you, then you can just back up, shoot them, and easily get the kill. Because hammer is not that good unless they're right next to you. That is horrible. But yeah. Do you want me to go over the other Clamblitz game?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, okay. Right off the bat, Cross, you're in this game, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Cross, you rush right here, which is not a bad idea if you had help. There was nobody with you.
Yeah.
All three of your players on plat here, which already doesn't make too much sense to me, because you were still in an equal position. If someone could go push up with Cross, it makes his life easier, and you guys are still able to hold right. You kind of just gave up your right stack for free there and kind of just backed up. Is there a reason why you guys backed up at all, or anything?
So, this is prior to because this is game 2. So
yeah,
we had this notion of trying to, because like the main threat on the enemy team for us was the Carbon, because the Carbon was actually getting a lot of kills like last game, and in this game too, I'm gonna spoil that. Yeah. So our main game plan was to just paint the map a lot to make sure it was hard for them to shark. So that's probably why we were in that kind of like formation. But I personally did not know that my whole team was backed up in plat.
I was just starting up the game, painting for crab. I think that was why I was there, backed up.
I can understand one person playing like backline here, like with Crab, that's like an amazing pick right there. But just like the whole team playing back just because of a Carbon, there's a simple solution to that, and it's paint. Like, you could still play from where you are right now, calling out where the Carbon is, and you can just paint as well. Like, it's only in circumstances where the whole area is painted here, then you don't want to be here, because the Carbon can be anywhere. But it's just backing up from their paint and painting in. That's how you deal with Carbon. Like, it's like letting these spots of paint like here unpainted just really limits your movement, and the simple solution to that is paint. You do not need to be playing this passively, like especially at the beginning where 3 of you guys kind of just backed up, and yeah, Cross had nowhere to go because he tried to push but no one was there with him. Okay, those were some amazing picks right there, but already the main thing was just like being very, very passive there. Like, you guys allow them to push in, and they kind of just take control of your entire play and the bats too, and your ballpoint Adestra like kind of like is able to clean up on all the kills, and this is an amazing trade right here. Just an easy way to prevent that is if you guys have more painting this entire area and still holding a solid ground while not pushing in by yourself. That's how you're able to take mid and start to be able to create a push. That's an amazing pick for you guys. Okay. about that push, you popped Crab and Jet, Crab on left side, Jet on right side. If you're ever doing that, that is because you guys are looking for an opportunity to push in, which is completely reasonable. What isn't reasonable is Idistra kind of had all of the clams, had 5 of the clams while you guys were pushing in, and you have a perfect opportunity to score, except there's no opportunity to because you guys don't have the clams to push in.
Oh, so like, so what you're saying is like, if he's gonna jet, right? Shouldn't he like give the clams to someone on like probably like Muffin or like?
I mean, yeah. Since he had 5, it would have taken a while to like pass him over. But like, you guys had a perfect opportunity to like push and score there because you pushed them all back. You got 2 kills. Except now that you've taken control of mid now, and then you got that push, now you're down 2 specials, and all you have is to hold mid, and you have to do that all over again. Because now, right here, you have a power clam, 6 clams, and like clams over here. Now you guys have an amazing opportunity to push in, but it's going to be hard to do that.
Yeah,
you guys,
I think like, we did that push a little bit too early.
Yeah, you kind of like jumped the gun there by like using 2 of your specials without the clams first. It's nice that you were able to take space there, and like you had mid to start another push, except Muffin also drops here, and then another one of your player dies, and now you're back to square one. They have mid now, and yeah, now they're able to push.
I think with clams, that's our problem with like timing when we have clams to push in.
Yeah.
I don't know why I dropped there. I think I should have just played behind them and surprised them. I don't know why I dropped there. It's probably just to help you guys, but I don't know why I dropped.
Yay. Yeah. Something that I want you guys to work on, especially on this team, is knowing which players are alive. Like right here, in this position, just a screen capture here. There are 2 players left alive, Carbon and Heavy. You guys know where the Heavy is. You guys make a call out about it because Heavy, you're able to see his position right here. They have Power Clam. What you really need to be focusing on is there's a Carbon somewhere. You have no idea where they are. In order to deal with that, you guys need to be like painting the entire map, pointing out possible location where the Carbon could be, because this right side is completely open, and what happens is the Carbon Sharks gets 2. You're able to score 1 power clam, but you guys aren't able to like clean up on it because the Carbon was able to get 2, and the push is over. And yeah, Muffin. Okay. Yeah. Tell Muffin to never do that.
Panic Booyah Bomb.
Yeah, don't do that. You want to be saving your specials for your next push. That's just a waste of a booyah. But yeah, Sick. Is this the game you were talking to me about weapon picks?
Yes. Okay.
This is the thing I want to talk about, and this is something for the whole team that I like to know, or I'd like them to know. Do you play 9 or like 89 cross, or wait, what is it? Yeah, is it 89?
Origins app, yeah.
Okay. I mean, it could have worked. Like, from what I've heard, there's like a whole conversation or debate on what weapons would work better on this map against this team, like with Carbon. Main issue from what I'm seeing now is paint. Because you do have a splash player that can paint, but if that splash player is gone, their Carbon gets a get out of jail free card and can just roam wherever they want because they have control of mid. They're able to paint a whole lot. Because already from their comp right now, they do not have that much paint. And if you guys have more paint than they do, their Carbon is rendered useless and they're not able to go in. So, you said this was during a tourney, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it doesn't matter which players like go like painting weapons or weapons that can paint more, but like if you had the opportunity to go like a painting weapon, or even if it's just 89, then honestly it would not have been a bad idea to do that, because against their comp where they don't have that much paint, and if you're able to paint more than their Carbon, then you guys just are in a way better spot. So I'm not saying that your brush is not good, because it definitely is. It's definitely very good. Also, does anyone else on the team play like a weapon that can paint a lot? like in this game?
Fluffy also plays Splash, but that's
Who does?
Fluffy, but he's not
Sith
here.
is kind of our main shooter player, because like.
Okay. Because was it just you four playing this tourney?
It's 5 of us actually.
Okay. Because yeah, if there was an opportunity to like sub a player out or swap like a weapon out for a weapon that paints more, then I would absolutely take that opportunity. Because against a Carbon player, like against their comp, because they can't paint, like that is just so free for you guys. But yeah, that's something I want to go over. Like, switching to 89 here is not a bad idea, even though there are definitely better weapons. If one of your players can use a weapon that pays more, then it isn't a bad idea at all. And something I also want to like let your team know is like don't like, you okay with me talking about this, Sick, right?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, don't like shut down other people's IDs like immediately just because like it's off meta or something like that. Or like, was there a reason that you didn't want 89 on this map, Cross?
I think it's more so confidence. It's not like a thing like, oh, I don't want to. It's more so like I've had more confidence with brush play lately that I don't really feel like I could play any other weapon. But like, I think, and I was thinking on this before the set. Honestly, I was thinking like maybe playing 96 because 96 Deco does have a good niche on clans. But it's one of those things where I'm like more confident on like the main weapon I play. But it could have been a good idea maybe to play 89 or like 96 Overbrush.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you are more confident on a weapon, you should absolutely play that. But it's always good to have the idea there to always just like if you're going up against a team that you can easily counter them with that, then yeah, don't shut the idea down immediately because there's always other opportunities to like make game changes without like, you know, having the most confidence. Does that make sense?
That makes sense, yeah.
Okay, yeah. That was an amazing jump out by Adestra. Sick, why didn't you move there?
Oh, can you go back?
It's when the hammer was popped.
I don't understand why you didn't move there, Sick.
I didn't.
No, I don't know what he's talking about. This one right here.
He
pops hammer and you don't
Why didn't you move? Okay, if you can't tell, I'm joking. That was a joke. Like, you literally couldn't move. That was just very unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't know why I froze up like that.
No. That was a joke. You literally couldn't move anywhere. Like, you were kind of like stuck between like.
Well, I had like a second to like move.
Yeah, you could move like on top of this ramp here, but you have to like move over here to like be able to do that. But
no, I could have moved like to the right, like the bubble.
I mean, you could have moved. Actually, I think he was coming at you from the right. So, honestly, I have nothing wrong with how you played that here. But if you go back here, the Carbon just is allowed entrance into your plat here, and
I don't know why I tried taking that fight. I thought I could, but for some reason I don't know why I just didn't. I didn't come back. I don't know why I took that fight. That was like a bad play on my part.
Yeah,
which I think I did admit when I was in the VC.
Okay, Carbon. Okay, there is paint here, which is not good because it allows the Carbon to easily come and get Muffin and then gets access to your entire plat, forcing 2 of your players back here. Sick has nowhere to move. Like, he literally can't move anywhere. He can move right, but like I can understand if he didn't move here. Okay, you should just jump back cross at that point.
Yeah, that's why I said that.
That is a completely overextending position. And yeah, they have plenty of clams to create a push of their own. Like, you want to reduce that damage as much as possible.
Why did I do that? Wait. Wait. I didn't even know I did that. Why did I do
Cross,
that?
we need to have a talk, man. Like, okay. So, you guys have another situation where you use 3 of your specials. You use Crab, Booyah Bomb, Jet, whenever you're doing that.
What the?
So,
I think this was
your clams
better.
are pushed, and Cross gets the power clam.
Yeah, no, that's a mistake on my part that I will 100% will take. I didn't even know I did that in the set, and I was like, wait, I feel like I messed up somewhere really badly in the set.
Yeah,
I didn't
like,
know.
okay, so first of all, it was a huge push using 3 of your specials to get in. You guys got to keep in mind though that all their whole entire team is alive when you're making that push. Like, wait a second. Okay, hold on. Am I looking at the right team here?
The top left team is
top left is enemies.
Right.
Okay.
And there's only one at the point you
okay.
said.
So so yeah, one of them are dead. So you guys had the advantage here to make a huge push. I don't know what this is.
I don't know what I was doing there.
Here, yeah, 3 of them go down. There's only one last player on the left side here. You guys have all the clam, like, yeah, Sick tries to get the power clam that was lost here.
Then, nope.
Wow, okay. So that was a huge push. That was very good. Cross. Don't do that.
Yeah, like, I fucked that up.
Like you had this amazing push, and like they handed you 2 clams to like improve off that, and even if you die, the power clam is still there in that position for someone else to score after they were like 3 down, and like you guys were able to get that power clam in. Not when the power clam is dead over here. So
you know what?
I'm glad that you realized that was just like not the best play, but yeah.
What I should have done actually was, if you replay the scenario, right? I want you to replay the scenario because I know exactly what I could have done there better. What I could have done better here was, I'll let you know when you pause it. I'll let you know when to pause it.
Okay, we're gonna back up a bit.
Yeah. All right, here it is. Yeah, so I get the power clam.
Yes.
And I get it tossed at me. Keep going. I'll tell you what to pause. All right, I get the power clam. What I should have done here was thrown the power clam to Muffin or Sick or anyone that was still doing the push. And then I think my mindset here was to play bait. But what I could have done instead of trying to play bait, is I could have just waited for the machine to try and commit to kill us and then pick them off. And then we continue the push. I think that's what I should have did. Because I was thinking of doing that, but for some reason my brain clicked in solo queue mode. And I don't know why. But I know for a fact that's something I could do in the future if that does happen.
I think I've been saying, Cross, we should be playing a little bit more in open, like whenever we can, but you just reject the idea completely.
Okay, listen, I don't reject it, okay? You
never want to play in open unless it's like practice. Unless it's like practice before a scrim or tournament.
Listen, you ask me that while I'm at work.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. I ask you like
do you want to play
even
open today or no?
No, I ask you like after scrims.
I'm talking about like today, right now, because we're not scrimming today. It's Memorial Day. Who scrims on Memorial Day?
Okay. I'm saying usually like after scrims or whatever. I say, do you guys want to play an open? And then you're like, hell no.
Because I literally, well, you know what? Never mind. You wouldn't know. Anyways, go
ahead. Anyway, okay. Disregarding that, like, wait. Okay, so honestly, what I would suggest is just staying here and then scoring and not even going after the player here because you lose the fight anyway.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's instead, like, you should have stayed in this position and just scored because that's the whole reason why they gave you clams, not to reveal your position, but to score, not to like have you rush other players, but to score. But that didn't happen. But yeah, that was just like mainly a huge misplay, honestly.
We've gotten 41.
Also, someone else joined the call. Is that right?
An hour yesterday.
That's Toast.
Oh, Toast. Okay.
What happened, Toast?
Oh, we were for like an hour yesterday.
What'd you say?
We didn't review this for like an hour yesterday.
He's muffled, right, guys?
Yeah, he's.
He said. He said, "Didn't we review this for like an hour yesterday?"
No, we didn't.
Okay.
We reviewed the one with you, and I'll just send that one to you.
I mean, I have it recorded, so yeah.
Okay.
We should have killed that Carbon for doing that. We should have known that. I think, like, I'm not sure.
I mean, yeah, there have been plenty of opportunities where this Carbon has just snuck in because you guys left paint in the base. Like right here. Yeah, and they're just...
What do I do there?
Yeah, and the Carbon just gets... Yeah, there needs to be communication about that ways, like...
Wait, can you go back again? I don't even like seeing them.
Yeah, they're on right
It's
side.
like Carbon is far over here. Carbon just kind of goes all the way past this area.
Oh wow.
And is able to go right behind you guys.
That happens so fast, like I don't even see it.
Yeah, it's scary. That happens fast, and that's what Carbon does. Like they go behind, and like you guys always got to be aware of that. Like okay, like if the Carbon is alive, you guys need to be painting and like always being like, okay, where's the Carbon? Where's the Carbon? Where's the Carbon? Then immediately when you guys see the Carbon, a call needs to be made on that. Like right when who's using the bomb? Okay. Muffin. Like immediately when Muffin starts getting attacked, there needs to be a call out immediately. Like and action needs to be taken like immediately because of that. But yeah, the Carbon was able to shut down the entire push because they were able to get behind like that. That one, like I'm gonna be real, that was just like insanely hard to realize that the Carbon was gonna be coming like behind you guys like that. Because there really was no indication that they were like they didn't reveal their position like during that whole interaction. But immediately when they do, that's when a call needs to be made to reduce the amount of damage they do as much as possible. And also, yeah, Muffin pushes left stack here when there's a machine mid here, which yeah, last 30 seconds is not a good idea.
And this is my fault. Partially, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, quick thing.
That was called out. I know.
Okay, yeah. I was about to ask that out. Was that called out? And if it was called out, then the person who should be fighting it should not be the ball point. Like,
I don't know why I ignored that.
Yeah, last player alive. I can tell that it was called out because you guys are like, you guys are fighting over there. Sick decides to score here, and
I shouldn't have.
I mean, I can understand why you did. Like what could have happened is Edestra could have backed up and like tried to fight from long distance, but I mean, against a Carbon where you don't really know their exact position, like right here, then yeah, honestly, you should have gone for the kill here because leaving Edestra there to die, and then there's still a Carbon coming from behind, and you only have one player left. Yeah, so yeah, right there, Carbon needs to die. Like no matter what, Ballpoint can't really take care of Carbon. So Sick, yeah, you should have went right and killed the Carbon so that it would have ended up in a wipe, and you guys are in a very good position because now they're still respawning, they're staggered, and you're able to get like clams in to start your final push.
You know, I actually said this in the call. I was like, because when we lost that game, I literally said like, I called Carbon on right behind the block, and by the time that I called that out, I'm like, you all should be like watching that position and know where they're at or guess where they're at. Throw a bomb if anything, and then pick them off, and then you continue to push.
Exactly, because you still have overtime, no matter what. You have a power climb. You have 10 extra or 20 extra seconds. Yeah, I can understand. Yeah.
Like actually, that game was very winnable if we did that. Like I mentioned it like.
Yeah, exactly. A
like,
pick comes out here, and if you guys would have been able to pick out the carbon, then that would be 2 down, and you guys can win off of 2 down, and they're staggered immediately because they're going to be dropping. There's a heavy here, and last player being like probably the machine, then that's an absolutely winnable fight. So yeah, the 2 biggest misplays on this game were Cross, you deciding to take the ball all the way to Narnia on the left here, yeah, and Sick deciding to push the clam, which in hindsight that is reasonable, but because there was a call out that Carbon, the last player alive, was right here, that needed to be taken care of because then it ends up in them being staggered, and your biggest threat in the game is taken out, and you guys are able to win off of that. Yeah, those are the main 2 things on this game. For pushing, you guys have a good gist of like popping your specials to get a good coordinated push in. It's just when something like that happens where like Cross runs the ball off to the left or something like that, it's like it really limits yourself. So it's practicing like being aware of these certain things. Like, okay, so like I have a ball, I should be pushing up here, not going for extra kills, putting the ball in this position, something like that.
Yeah, I should have focused on objective, like 100% focused on objective rather than just going ahead and just trying to do like the most. Like, I should have just done that. That's something that I think I have as a player that's really weird. Because, like, as a Slayer / Skirmisher, I think, like, okay, I should be helping my team whip the objective. But when I say that, I'm like, am I just trying to kill the enemy team? Or am I actually helping with the enemy, the whole objective thing? And it comes down to me just being like, oh, just kill the enemy team. When in hindsight, I should be killing and then playing objective if needed.
Yeah, exactly. Your main focus should not just be killing, but when you have the opportunity to, you should absolutely be scoring and then like going after the machine on left there, because you went after the machine when you had an opportunity to score, which could have gotten lead for your team. But yeah,
I should probably know this already, and like it's been said a lot, but like what exactly does it mean to be staggered?
Being staggered,
it means that people keep going in and dying, always having like 1 or 2 people dead.
Yeah, being staggered means like if you're in a 4v2 where there's 2 enemies left, having them staggered means they keep on dying, meaning they never have a chance to regroup. Like if you kill the last 2 players alive and the next 2 players respawn, they have to wait for their other 2 players to respawn before they can go in with their team. That's what being staggered means.
Like being wiped.
I mean, they don't have their entire team to push in all the time.
It's kind of like lockdown, but like not like it's lockdown and stagger are kind of like similar, but it's like different in a little bit.
Like a good example is to avoid being staggered. If you're the last player alive, to avoid dying, meaning your team is staggered because your team has to wait for you to respawn, is to jump out so you avoid the amount of time you are staggered for.
Makes sense.
Unless it's me. On like anything other than Splash.
Is there any other Clan Blitz games you want me to go over, or you want me to just go over this game?
We can go over okay. Cross once.
Okay.
That's why being wiped is kind of good. If you're not really coordinated.
Okay, hang on.
You probably should have took out that carbon right there.
Yeah, we should.
Hang on.
Wait, where?
Yeah, hang on. Let me. Okay, so pick comes out. Carmen.
You see
why
him swinging
didn't
at you.
Adastra? What? And then they.
Okay.
What?
Okay. Okay, so I'm not
Mickey
sure
Mouse shit.
why the carbon doesn't
Did they
die
even
there.
call that out?
There should. I mean, the carbon is just
In their face.
Cross. Were you aware there was a carbon there, or was there like no call on that?
No, I wasn't aware the carbon was actually there. All I heard was I died to carbon, and I was like, wait, huh?
Okay, well, okay. So Adestra ends up dying because I don't even know. Like there wasn't a carbon call out, and
that allows.
Okay, I'm glad. Okay,
I did know that because
yeah, I'm glad that you noticed that there was a
called
carbon.
that out. That they were screaming like, "Oh, they're behind! They're behind! They're behind!" a million times.
Oh lord. Okay.
That like gets cross distracted.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. They are. Yeah. So what I love for music is you're aware that there's a carbon coming like across the bridge here, and then you actively back up and shoot him from a distance, not getting up close. Like this is amazing placement right here. What is not amazing is that this right here, like the jump here was just not good at all because there was still a carbon there on right. Like you should never be jumping to a player who is already in a fight. And yeah, there really isn't much they can do. He's getting like beaten up by like 3 different players.
Do you think that crab was bad? Like I should have like backed up on left, or was it fine?
I mean, given the current situation, since there was like no players with you, yeah, 2 of your players are dead. I can understand that you try and hold them all up, but they're all just gonna rush you. Like you're going to die. Like it would have been best to save that backup, wait for your team to come back in.
Especially since they have a wiper and they can like.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Do any of them have object shredder?
Ooh.
Oh.
Let's not talk about the jump.
No, wiper just shreds anything anyway, even without object shredder. Oops.
That always happens
you just
at the
die
wrong
on your
time.
jumps.
Bro, that always happens at the wrong time.
Can you unbind your jump key, please?
Alright,
like,
sure.
Okay. Like, you need to stop jumping, like, especially right here, you don't need to be jumping in there. Like, I mean, it is very unfortunate how you died there, but yeah, it would be better if you just walk the distance because they're pushing into you guys. You need to have all your players so you avoid being staggered like that. Alright, good specials coming out. This is good to prevent them from taking anything further.
Ooh. Booyah enabled the carbon. That's interesting. We should watch out for that for future battles against them.
Okay.
How did the wiper get behind?
They jumped.
Still there? Oh.
They jumped. Yeah. Yeah, if we go back based off that whole situation, like the carbon just is your biggest threat right now. Like right here. Yeah, they use Booyah to enable their carbon to like push in further, which is amazing from them. And 2 of your players dropped on right here, which is not really good at all. Like your ball point should be staying like on top here. Like in the case like carbon sneaks up from behind. Like right here, their carbon is the last player, and you guys are aware of that. Cross, you try and kill the carbon, which you're like the last weapon that should be doing that because it's close on close range, like weapons, and they just need 1 shot to kill you, and you need a couple. So right when the carbon dies, though, now you have another problem, which is the wiper here, and Adestra. Yeah, right when your player dies, Adestra realizes that and is like, oh no, like their push is still active.
Alright.
Maybe we should have reviewed this game before we win.
I got 1 shot by machine, or was I low? I don't know what the fuck happened there. I think
you can't be. Maybe you were comboed.
I don't know from what though.
Is Fizzy?
He didn't throw Fizzy at me.
You were probably just low because you were rushed.
Okay, you guys have your full team back. Now you guys are able to start a push, except Sick is able to get caught out by Wiper rushing left side. Okay, so did you see the wiper coming from behind or like left here? Or
if I saw them, I probably would have balled up.
Yeah,
that's what I always do. Like
exactly.
now,
any damage during crab, you should just ball it. That's what I do.
I mean, yeah, what happened is like the wiper didn't hit the crab at all. They two-shotted you from behind, which is like
2-shot. I thought that was 1.
No, it was 2. Yeah, immediately. Yeah, like.
No,
there is no excuse for Muffin not to know that there's not a player here. Was there a call out that there?
I think I did. They were on snipe.
Yeah, because
then they just didn't react.
Okay, yeah, because Muffin should know that there is a player behind there, like either by call out or by audio cues or anything like that. Because Muffin has Booyah, which is really a huge point for you to like push back in. Muffin needs to be aware of that.
Okay.
And yeah, another thing, Cross, you cannot be taking fights when your team is not with you. Like, a 1v2, you need to back up immediately, wait for your team to get back, because it leads to your team getting staggered, and yeah, they have a huge push again. Wow, okay, yeah.
I'm surprised I didn't die there.
I am, yeah.
But then I died there.
Wow, yeah, okay, yeah, I'm in disbelief just by, like, how well they're playing this game, but it's, like, leaving you guys staggered all the time, because every single time, like, you guys are running in and, like, maybe getting a trade, but getting picked off, like, Cross, you're, like, surviving barely, but then dying again to, like, a player on left, and then it leads to your team always constantly being 1 down, which is why it's hard for you guys to get a push here. The crab here is amazing, though. Like, it allows your team to completely get back in. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, there are 3 kills / there. And, yeah, now you guys can start your attacking phase.
Early whale for no reason.
I think 6 overextending here.
Okay. I'm overextending?
Wow,
no, I
was
overextending. I was overextending.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a lot of overextending going on, and it's like limiting your guys' ability to like push. Like for right here, there are 2 players who are pushed up when they probably should be backed up a little bit more. Cross, you were fighting 2 players.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how good you are with a brush, it's not going to work out.
Yeah, it's not going to work out, really.
I just don't recommend using brush on this map.
And honestly, that's not
a... Sturgeon is fine, it's just that
it's just hard to get behind people.
Here's the current situation. Against this team, where, like, honestly, Carbon and these 3 weapons, they do not have a lot of paint to support their Carbon player.
That's why
and the way that you take advantage of that is playing weapons that can paint more.
Yeah.
Using brush against a Carbon, I would really not suggest at all. Like, you can be like the best brush player in the world and still get countered by a Carbon. And against this team specifically, I don't think brush is a pick. But that, yeah, if you guys want to run it, that's okay. But you limit yourself by a lot.
Well, I was thinking of not fighting him, but then for some reason I thought of fighting him in this match, and I was just like, yeah, I shouldn't.
Yeah, don't do that. That was a very good kill on this.
The wiper.
Okay, I'm glad that you helped Adistra out because
yeah, he didn't have
Adistra was being
that was a good play.
And okay.
So how does this fall apart exactly? I'm confused.
Machine.
Okay.
I could have killed that Carbon, I think. Okay. And then he comes around and he kills all of us.
Good jet. Good jet.
Yeah, that jet was amazing. Like, wow. Okay, so yeah, that push was very well done. Well, I mean, I say very well done, but like there were a lot of things that could be improved. Like, starting with like right here. I mean, yeah, you guys are doing everything right. Yeah, you could. Yeah, honestly, the main
linear
thing was
corner.
like killing the carbon there because your carbon is your biggest threat, but the carbon is left alive, and they're able just to sweep everyone in close range right here. Yeah, honestly, if I'd say you guys would have had that if you didn't let them get too far on defense, and you guys had a little bit more time to improve on your offense. But yeah, honestly, main takeaways from this game are just the defense was very staggered. Like, I'm pretty sure you guys know that, but like the whole defense was just one person running in, not getting a kill, being staggered, letting them push even more, and like making misplays by like the ballpoint dropping from your plat area, and they were able to just jump to the carbon and continue their push over and over for like the past minute and a half.
Right.
Which drained the clock for you guys, meaning you guys didn't have any time to like actually like counter and make a push for you guys at all. Like if you guys are going up against a carbon, one thing I would suggest is more paint. Like you guys are limiting the carbon's movement a lot with that. And another thing is just always calling out the brush's position no matter what. If you know where the brush or like if you know where the carbon is, you guys are able to do a lot more damage. Like at the opening when the carbon was here, like there was no excuse for the carbon to be there. Like somebody should have called that out. Somebody should have like been able to like take care of that because your first push was very good. Like the only player left was the carbon. Like right here. Yeah, only active player is the carbon, and what happens is just like it all falls apart because the carbon is able to get a Destra, and then like your push is stopped because
wait. What happened to Cross?
I died.
Can you go back?
Cross no, Cross died and then Cross jumped in to right here.
Cross died to what?
I died to a heavy, I think.
Oh.
I think that's what happened. Yeah, what did I die to, actually? Yeah, I think I died to the heavy.
Okay.
No, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
okay, you get the trade, but like you had special when doing that, so you guys, you could have had a lot more potential to like do a lot of damage Cross by not going up there, but that trade was okay, just you had special while doing it, which you guys never got the chance to use. And then after that, it leads with you jumping in like twice and then dying on each jump, which, yeah, you need to work on your jumps.
Yeah,
like,
no, this game's particularly.
Yeah, like you jump once and then you jump twice and then you're inactive for like the next minute, which is like the slippery slope, like I talked about, where like everyone goes down, and they're able to take control of your entire court here because you guys are all down. Because if you notice on all of your pushes, you not once do you have an opportunity where you had this entire area painted, and the reason being is because they always had one like a strong force up to like prevent that from happening. Like every time when you got a push, it was only like one of them down, but here when they make a push, it's because you all are staggered and like they're able to just get this entire area for free, which meaning the carbon has tons of area to move around, which sucks for your team. And another way to counter that is more paint, and I never would suggest using a brush against that. So yeah, main thing against this team specifically is more paint. Cross, stop jumping in, please. And on your defense, you guys need to like be more coordinated with like getting specials and then going off of those. Like this kill from Sick was already very, very good. It's just 2 drops right here is very bad because the carbon is just able to come up here on left from the Booyah, and now the carbon just has access to this entire area, which is just very bad. So yeah, the main thing on this game is positioning. Never put yourself in a position where like the carbon is behind you guys. Always paint more like to limit the carbon's movement. Yeah, that's like the main tips I have on this game. But yeah, it was a pretty rough game because of that, because of the carbon. And once you guys know how to take care of that, you guys will be a way better team and know what to do better than that.
I've been kind of thinking. This
Yeah.
like this is gonna be stupid, I know, but all these kind of apply. Have you guys ever played TF2?
Nope.
I used to.
Okay, never mind.
Where were you going with that?
Spy.
Oh, that's yeah. I mean, yeah, you have the right idea. Just like spy checking your area, your spawn, to make sure no one's there.
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah. Was
I
this
told you it was
okay?
stupid.
That was the first game. That was the second game we looked at, and then tower control was the third game we looked at.
Yeah. Okay. So, main takeaways from all these games that I'm seeing now is you guys position yourself like on right pit, left pit a lot more than you should have. When there's an opportunity to take mid, you guys need to play faster, huh?
Thanks, Discord, for freezing on me, so I didn't record anything you said. Thanks, Discord.
Oh wait, really?
Yes.
Wait, the entire thing?
No,
it's
just
fine.
that part. Just that part.
Oh.
Oh, okay. That's it. Okay, so main things for your team to work on is going to be playing faster after, like, you get after they're pushed, playing faster to take control of mid, and being able to create a push. If you guys tips that will help you out on Clan Blitz, from what I saw, is you guys had plenty of opportunities to make good pushes, which didn't end up happening because it happened in this game too. It was, I think it was Toast, right? Yeah, it was Toast who had the power clam and decided to push the last player alive, meaning Toast died to that player, meaning the push didn't happen because the power clam was out of position. That happened on this game and this game with Cross. So you guys need
and I got stamped.
Yeah, you guys need to be more aware of where your teammates are, so you are able to create a push, ignoring the last player alive. So when they, in the case that they do come after you, then you're able to take care of it easily instead of rushing them, losing the push and the team fight. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that actually makes more sense now. Well, not really ignoring, but more so hey, there's one person left.
Like being aware of it, but not blindly rushing after them. Right here, if we just go back to that, because I want to thoroughly push this on you guys, is this. That was the main problem with your Clan Blitz gameplay. Let go the way back to mid. There we go. Alright, pretty sure it was over here. Okay, yeah, right here. Toast, you're in VC, right? Oh yeah, Toast is in VC. Yeah. This was perfect. This kill right here was amazing, and then you made it even better by getting this player here. So now they are 2 down, and you have control left elbow here, which is phenomenal. This is what you need to create a push, and you have 6 clams and more clams spawn there.
I didn't see those spawn.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's completely okay, but instead, actually, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I can understand why you didn't see those spawn. You go after the clams here, on left.
I didn't see anyone in the pit, so I went to go get those. And no one else had any. Oh. I went to go get that kill.
Oh, okay. I understand what happened here. Okay, so you were trying to get more clams to start.
I was trying to help them with that kill too. Yeah,
okay. So, what I thought happened is you dropped here to try and get the player, but no, you were dropping to try and get more clams. What you didn't realize, though, is you had 5 clams, you only need 3 more, and right when you get the player over here...
There are 3 up there.
I mean, No,
Yeah.
I mean, the 3 spawn there, you wouldn't have had enough, but your players can absolutely like hand them to you to be able to get a push. And then after you die, Sick drops as well with 6 clams, dies them as well. Like basically, what could have been an amazing push from you guys just went very, very wrong
This was my
because
first game. I was still in that solo queue mindset.
yeah, that's okay. Just you
I mean,
need
you
to be
still played
like
really well.
yeah, that was an amazing play by getting those 2 players that like that was amazing. Like except what happened after just kind of like blew up the entire kitchen. Like if you can before you guys start playing, like play together before you start playing to get out of that solo queue mindset because there are a lot of solo queue plays that you guys are making that limit your team's like movement and
Right.
like availability to like get pushes like that because yeah then it leads to like something like this being scattered where like what happened is there were 3 times to get a power clam in. Like it was first started with you, Toast. You had the opportunity to score, except you dropped down here to get more clams. And then Sick was next. He had 6 clams. Dropped down here to try and get the kill. He dies as well. And then Muffin, being the last one alive, tried to push when 2 of his teammates were dead.
Would it have been a good play for Muffin to have just jumped out there?
Yeah, absolutely. Like never push this area when you guys are 2 down. Like at best, you're gonna get a power clam in. And that's
but then
it.
They get a pity.
And then they get a pity. Yeah. So honestly, it might have been better for him not to score that. But yeah, that was the main thing there. You guys need to have more coordination on clanlets. All this stuff is going to be like put in a session summary for you guys. But yeah, on your takes like that, when you have control of left elbow here, that is when like the next step is to score. And Toast, what you should be doing is like, okay, I need like one more clam. Can one of you guys throw to me instead of like getting clams by yourself and then dying to the last player alive? But yeah, you said that this was like your first game on. You were still in the solo queue mindset. That's okay. But it's just this was a tournament, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If you guys can play together before the tournament, that can also help you guys out as well. Like getting into this, like getting out of the solo queue mindset.
I did try and ask Cross to set up an Anarchy Open, but he didn't.
Okay, hold up. You are not gonna pin this on me. No, no, you're not gonna pin this on me.
What do you say, Fluffy?
Nothing.
Alright.
Okay, is there any other questions on any of the games I reviewed? Or anything you guys are like stumped on? Anything like that?
No, it perfectly makes sense.
No, I think you actually give out some really good points. I did realize during those games, like, I made a ton of misplays and tons of, like, things that I normally wouldn't be doing or shouldn't be doing.
Yeah.
The clams game, we're not gonna talk about that. I will let that be a memory.
Yeah, like I mean, I like to say like there are a lot of like slight misplays that happen that like limit your team's like push, but that right there is like a misplay that is a game changer. Like that just the whole game falls apart. Like it goes from you guys winning the game to just losing the game. You know what I mean?
And I think if you did have scored that, we literally would have won that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I completely agree with that too. This game here was definitely like,
yeah.
I mean, I can understand the misplay that was made here, but like, you guys kind of like, you saw like Sick, you specifically, you saw Toast drop here on the left. It was like, that looks fun. Let me try that too. And then you dropped and died as well. And then yeah, it kind of just led to them just getting back mid, and you're back to square one.
Yeah.
But yeah, another thing to help you out, if you ever fight this team again, or any team with a carbon, put someone else that can paint more. I mean, this game didn't have carbon, but like,
yeah.
Cross, if you can, your brush is amazing, but if you could also learn like a shooter weapon as well, or anyone on your team, then it makes your life way easier when dealing with like a carbon in your games.
Well, that's why I mentioned like 96 Gal, because 96 Gal is a weapon I do like playing. One of the few shooters I actually like playing in this game, because if you act Sick, he will tell you I don't like playing.
I mean, yeah, 96, it can paint. It's not a.
Yeah.
It's not, but like it's not a. Yeah, that's me. I reaction. Yeah, no, like it paints and it has a lot of range, but against like a carbon. If a carbon gets up close to you with 96,
it doesn't have the fire
good
rate.
luck. Like, yeah, like your RNG is already bad enough as it is.
Yeah, I'm in that.
And you also want to support your backline too with paint. Because like if you look at Adestra here, Adestra went crazy. Like it was able to like hold the backline for you guys. Like if you guys can support them as well, then yeah, that's also another like factor of you having more
Their
paint.
inkjet plays are really, really good.
Oh yeah, inkjet plays are amazing. Like oh yeah. Also on this last game, Toast, you weren't here, but like the 2 kills that Destra got at the end here were amazing. Except, I think it was who was on machine this game. Do you guys know?
Muffin's always our
Muffin decided to take the left rail here as like a last-ditch effort to get in their base, which really just it wasn't good.
They did say like, how did the splash reach them? And watching it, I'm also like, how did that splash reach them when they were on the rail? Because they were pretty far up from what I can tell.
I saw it happen.
I will be the judge of this.
It was before the overtime.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You didn't go over this overtime.
Actually, you know what? There was one counter pick that we did do in grand finals that worked out better than Brush, but I'm not sure how you personally feel about it. But we decided to swap the Brush for Wiper.
Yeah, I was there. Back.
The Brush for Wiper.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's you get more range.
We switched for not and machine. Not for machine.
I mean, that seems perfectly reasonable to me. Like,
yeah, that looks normal. That looks normal.
Weird. I mean, like, if we go back and look at that, like, already positioning yourself far left during overtime, like, with 7 clams as well. Like, you know the players there as well. Like, there's no excuse not to know the players there. So going off across this rail just makes no sense, honestly. And it really, like, you guys could have won this push, honestly, too, because there's 10 seconds remaining. Adestra gets, like, an amazing double.
They should have gone for the kill there.
Yeah, they should have honestly just gone for the kill there. And, yeah, Adestra dies because that player is left alive. So, yeah, that was also just not very good.
Muffin's thought process was that if he took that, or they took the rail, no one would see them. But the thing about taking the rail on this map is that
and they could have had high ground, technically.
Yeah,
but it just wouldn't.
Yeah, what should have happened is either like Muffin should stay here and fight the splash because that's an even one-on-one. If they aren't comfortable with fighting that, then just back up and then help support Adestra. But going across this rail here is awful. Yeah. Especially when they had 7 clams. Like, there's no excuse to like be going across that. Because even if you do make it across here, what are you gonna do? Like score and then leave Adestra to die? Because it isn't gonna do much to begin with.
The only time I ever would suggest anyone going on that rail path, if your team like absolutely is good on a push, and like let's say like the Slayer or the Slayer is literally want to go behind the enemy team. They're getting
clams and they're already holding the basket.
Yeah, and then, like if the enemy team is just like backed up, and then next thing you know, you see the Slayer behind you, and then they just call all of you and like, hey guys, we can push up. Like that's the time I will take that rail. I would not take that rail if there's like 2 people looking at me or someone else is looking at me, because that's literally like, hey, the free target.
Look, I can understand like if he took the rail, I guess if like he knew that there was nobody looking there. But
I died.
You, from their point of view, you can easily tell that there is a player like right there. Or,
ouch.
You.
What?
You didn't go over the overtime.
I mean, overtime, like.
Yeah,
right here, you can see the player there. But, like, overtime is just basically, like...
There was something that...
I mean, there's 20 seconds left in overtime. Sick, oh, go ahead. Well, like, yeah. Sick, you shouldn't be pushing up here, first of all, because there's 4 players here. This overtime is already just, like, insanely hard, because they have mid. You have to take control mid, elbow, and make a score. And, yeah. They have 2 specialists to wall you out from doing that. So basically, like, I mean, going over overtime, it's just like
there's nothing
you can really do unless you have a miracle play where you can make something happen. Like,
hello,
but yeah, Oh, hey, Muffin. Nice.
Speak of the devil.
But yeah. Main things to improve. Or did Muffin leave? Oh, okay. For Clamblitz, yeah, it's basically just like constant misplacing happening when like trying to push. Especially that last part where like Muffin decided to like take left rail because you guys could have won if Muffin didn't. But yeah, it's just being able to like game sense as well, like knowing okay, Adestra's going in with Jet, I should be able to support them and be able to like get like one singular clam and then push in from where Adestra's pushing in. But like yeah, taking the rail isn't gonna help. All right, is there any other questions with any of the games that I went over?
Nope.
No.
I think those are the games we really wanted to look at because Clams is our weakest mode, and then the
Yeah.
Carbon situation.
That's our control.
Carbon
situation.
situation. Yeah, if you guys can just like get one more painting weapon to help out against the Carbon, you guys will already do way better. Apart from like changing your weapons, calling out where the roller is all the time. Because like I have been in your same scenario, like on a low level team, just struggling against Carbon every single day of the week. It is not fun, and the way to fix that is more paint and calling out where the roller is. Because they can't do anything once you do those two things.
Oh my god.
It's like something that's like sounds hard to beat, but it's like easier.
Oh, it sounds hard to beat
do.
because like once Carbon gets behind you, then like it sounds like you're screwed. But like if you take the steps to prevent that from happening,
exactly.
Then yeah, Carbon is.
There's a reason why Carbon is a really like.
Because on our team, we have a Carbon player that plays with us some of the time, and you can ask her in high level play. You let yourself get revealed for 1 millisecond, the whole enemy team is coming after you. Like, you're not able to get anywhere. Which is why Carbon works a lot more in, like, low-level play. Because callouts aren't where they should be yet. But as long as you get past that step of calling them out, and, like, painting much more than you are right now, then, yeah, that's when you'll start beginning, like, a lot more progress.
Wasn't there a game against, like, I think it was Starburst that like there was a Carbon that had like crazy plays. I don't remember.
Volti, yeah. So no, that game it took one game off of Starburst, but then Starburst started realizing like if we just constantly paint the map and call out where the Carbon is, they really can't play the game. That's why Carbon is like one of those weapons where it really needs the paint to support it. And it needs to be stealthy, and it needs to be crafty with how it gets in, because like like Dan said, one little screw up literally means that you're literally just free fodder.
Yeah, that's basically that's what it means. But yeah. Alright, yeah. Everything that we talked about today is going to be written on a session summary, and that's going to be uploaded to you. Sick, I'm going to DM you with more details after, because there's also some other things I would like to talk about with you. But yeah, I have another session in like 10 minutes that I have to attend to. But yeah, thank you so much for having me again, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you for the help.
But yeah, if you have any other questions, like you feel free to message me. Sick, you did DM me about like builds you wanted to go over. Sorry, I haven't had the chance to go over that yet, but yeah, I will go over that for you.
Can we have like a drip discussion too? Because some of these
not joking.
Maybe later.
Yeah. All right.
Maybe
I
later.
don't have the chunks to have to.
And I swear, if you guys bring me in a call that is Big Swig versus Dynamo ever again.
Listen,
Oh,
no. You can't put that on me.
Hey.
Did you actually tell him to join a call?
That was
Okay,
sick
no.
in
They didn't call. No, they didn't tell me to. They pinged me while I was playing Tears of the Kingdom. I'm like, what is this? Like,
Oh.
and then I go in and I like it was. I couldn't believe that it wasn't like a joke. Like, that's funny to me.
Like even
Adastra has terrible takes as always.
Even when I joined the VC, I was like, no. I think I was in the VC and I was just playing X battles. And then I heard the argument going on. I'm like, I hope they don't bring Dan into this. And then Dan joined. I was like, here's where it gets stupid.
I was so close to getting Pro Char in the call. I'm not even kidding. Like, I needed help from him. Like,
damn, unfortunate. And would you mind if you like send me like some replays of you playing on Neosplash?
For sure. Do you want scrims, X battles,
anything?
Anything?
1v1.
Here, let me give you one right now. That's it.
Don't worry,
The moment I find one. Oh gosh, yeah,
Wait,
they put me on
what
pro.
is that?
I usually play with what's it called? I usually the way I get like better brush play or like better anything is that I usually just watch Robbie's gameplay. Robbie or
You were playing Tetris? Or is that someone
there's
else's?
another player.
This is a different person. Yeah, this is. Yeah, no, I do not touch that.
We do not touch Tetris in this household.
Oh no.
Yeah.
And then I also gave Sick some like Kiver gameplay, so like you can like look at that too. I'm not sure if anyone else watches like someone to review their own game. They'll look at like what they do and all that stuff. I'm not sure.
I wish Twig put on their gameplay.
I'm not sure. I haven't talked yet because I'm so nocturnal. Of course, I'm late.
Yeah, I'm gonna send this game to you guys.
It's okay because like we have the whole thing recorded, Muffin. So you're gonna look at it like later today.
Sweet.
And then we'll put the notes. Sick. You should make a coach notes channel so we can look at that.
All right.
Sick.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, okay, because you didn't respond. I thought you.
Sick, do you need me to write this down for you, or?
You're asking me to write it down?
I'll DM it to you.
All right. Oh, I already took a picture of it, so I could just.
Oh, you did? Okay, yeah. Then we are good then. I can't even remember what happened this game. I just picked a random game.
All right.
All right, but yeah, thank you so much for having me, guys. GG's, and yeah, if you have any questions, just let me know.
You could put it in strategies notes, so like anything like relating
to. What I'm gonna tell you though is I think. I'm not sure when our next. It's not gonna be for a while actually, because like I think we want to do Little Squid League and then Low Ink, because like Sick is trying so hard to get this damn NFT to the point where I'm just like I don't get it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna DM Sick about, because like when it comes to like team coaching, like teams and all that, like if you guys are planning to get more sessions, then I don't plan on charging as much as like I do now. Like I was gonna like give Sick like a 50% off or like whatever, like for any future sessions, because like, you know, you don't want to be paying $15 every single time. That's it.
Oh yeah, true. But Sick doesn't pay anything because he's poor.
Okay, I'll give it to you then.
Yeah, give it to me.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Just in case if you want to get another one or just have any questions you want to give to me, then yeah, you have that.